Yo, what's going on? What's up? What's up, family? Yo, we're gonna get into a little bit of Judge Joe Brown today. I have several clips I wanna go over. One is Judge Joe Brown, and there's another one where there's a sister that's talking about Kamala Harris. Both of them are going in on her pretty damn hard, man. I mean, barbecuing her, cooking her like a Fourth of July cookout or like a Thanksgiving dinner. Just going in. Um, those who've done their research knows that com- there's no way in this world that Kamala Harris is for black people. If you've done the research, you would not be voting for this woman. This woman was part of mass incarceration of black people. I'm from California. I was around the time, I was during that time when she was doing the stuff that she was doing, along with Joe Biden, another black mass incarcerator. So this woman is no good, man. Pure evil. And when you hear her talk and you look at her, you can just see the evilness just radiate off of her. So I just want black people, and more are starting to do it, to just get away from identity politics, man, because that has absolutely done nothing for us, especially collectively. So we got to get on cold, man. We got to get collectively. I don't think we should vote for this lady. I think this woman. I mean, you think it's bad under Joe Biden? Oh, it'll be 10 times worse under her. 10 times worse. Which, by the way, I don't think she's going to be president because she's already taken a nosedive. Her record is already destroying her, and she hasn't even been a presidential candidate that long, and she's already crashing and burning. So, nah, I don't see her making it to the White House unless they cheat, which is what they're known for doing. Then that's the only way I can see. But let's get into it, man. Joe Brown going in. Oh, he's cooking, man. He's cooking real hard. So peep this out. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Great channel, man. If y'all have a chance, check out the channel. I'm a subscriber of it. Great content on that channel, man. So peep it out, man. It's a good channel. It's the alternative to Vlad TV, which I think is better. So let's peep it out. How you feel about her?
She's a piece of shit.
Oh shit!
In
Damn.
California, she lacked professional competence, and she worked on it by hiking up her hemline when she needed influence rather than research. I was out in California for 15 years doing my show when she was at her peak, and she had a reputation amongst trial lawyers of being lazy. She just hike her skirt up and try to flirt, and she wasn't that good in the courtroom, if not pretty bad in the courtroom. So I'm not surprised at what she does. She's 60 years old, and I think listening to her early onset dementia and also some problems with menopausal complications. That's that. You see, today is going to be tomorrow, so since it's got to be tomorrow, today we have tomorrow, which is why we are now. Like, what did you say? They have something in mind, but they cannot cognate getting all the way through it, which is why she's famous for this word salad garbage. And
Yeah, man. I do notice when Kamala Harris talks, she just makes no sense, man. The woman talks in circles, and you have to be like, damn, what the hell did she just say? Woman makes absolutely no sense. None. And then she laughs after every sentence, man. She had that stupid ass laugh. Like the woman is like I said, man. She just radiates evilness, man. And like Judge Joe Brown said, man, and she might have early signs of dementia. That's what he said. I mean, now that he mentioned that, I kind of somewhat I kind of somewhat see that because I've had relatives and I've known close people that have had that, older people. But he's spot on with that.
Doesn't make a bit of sense. I think since she's only 60, she's actually on a worse track than Biden was. Biden is 20 some years older than her, and he has been senile for a long time. Now, about 5 or 6 years ago, when did they start ramping up to do this? 2019. Okay, I was saying Biden has been a failure his whole adult career, a second rate, third string player. He's in the game, so he wants to make a name for himself. I considered him for years poor trailer park, urban trailer park trash. And he's a crook. He's a third.
Facts. Biden paid off a judge um in Ukraine. Paid him off. I don't know exactly what it was for, but he paid off a judge in Ukraine. And that's breaking the law right there, man. Jump. He should be in jail just for doing that. And this was a long time ago. He had paid this judge off. Look it up.
Stringer. Now, what I said he was going to do is he probably wants to claim fame for being the first person to see to it that a woman got to be president. And what I predicted, I'm slightly wrong on it, was that he was going to get in, try to get elected, and if he got one term, try to get elected for a second one. And then halfway through his term, when he had served 2 years, to retire or resign in her favor. So, under the 22nd Amendment, what happens is she can serve for the final 2 years for somebody and then be elected twice more. So, that woman would be able to serve 10 years, second only to Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who got elected to 4 terms before they put the amendment in place so you could. Now, that said, I think, and my major at UCLA was political science. My analysis was is they picked the weakest somebody they could as a figurehead. Somebody.
Yeah, I never knew Judge Joe Brown lived in California, man. That's something kind of fairly new to me. I know I think he's living in Tennessee right now, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think he lives in Tennessee. He's definitely not living in California right now. No, no, I don't think he is. But then again, it all makes sense because he filmed his show out here in California. So, which I didn't even know his show was out here in Cali, but it makes sense for him to live in Cali if his show was out here. So, but yeah, I never knew that, man. But shout out to Joe Brown, man. Man, yeah, he's going in, man. He's going in. Like I'm surprised that the Democrats or Kamala herself don't try to have this interview taken down, man. I wouldn't be surprised because these people are heavy into censorship, man. Real heavy. Oh, they so pro censorship. One, they want to demonetize you. They want to take your videos down. But anyway, man, I'm digressing.
Who had some apparent minority status, which she does not. And what goes on is that you get her, everybody that is everybody would be afraid to go against her because of what she can pass herself off as. And then you get somebody that's easy to control because she's lazy, because she is becoming incoherent, and because she's always tried to do the casting couch to get where she wants. Now the problem is that'll get somebody to a certain level quickly, but you can't get past that level if you don't have competence and talent. So my thing about it is if I'm crude about it, in this city years ago, I used to represent a whole bunch of pimps and hoes, and I know a hoe when I see one. And
Oh, damn.
and I say this, I don't care, women, you do what you want to do if you want to have recreational sex, but when you do the casting couch or anything else for professional purposes to get paid or advance, you a hoe. And she's old hoe. And the problem is what is she supposed to do? Somebody, one of her sycophant slaves, comes up and unwraps her in a carpet naked at Putin's feet, and he says, "Oh yeah, I'm Julius Caesar." He said, "No, I got better stuff here already. Plus, I don't want you anyway. You old woman. Get on up." You know, or Xi Jinping, is he supposed to be impressed? She's doing word salad. Well, we are here today because China and the U.S. are here today, and that's why we have to agree on what we're doing here today. Like, oh, what did you just say? Did you say anything? And I've never seen such a salacious mess as I've seen out of her. I think a one West.
He basically talking about, man, how she talks. And as I said before, man, she makes no sense, man. It's like, wow, what the hell is she talking about? The woman makes absolutely no sense when she talks. Um, she's lousy. Didn't do anything with the border. Left that wide open. Didn't do anything. Didn't go down there. Went down there for an interview, and that was it. I'm like, come on, man, really, really? Are you supposed to be in charge of that? Mass incarcerated people that shouldn't have even been in jail, kept them in there anyway, locked up black mothers. So this is who y'all voting for, to the ones that say they gonna vote for this lady. A large chunk of black people aren't drinking the Kool-Aid. Thank God for that. There's a large percentage of black people that's not buying into Kamala Harris BS. They're not buying into the fact that she's black. No, you're not black. So stop claiming that you're black. You're not. You're not FBA. You're not Black American. You never lived the Black American struggle. So stop saying that. Stop saying you're black. No, you're not black. You're Indian. We know your past. We seen your parents. We know where you come from. And I'm not knocking that. If you Indian, then damn it, just stick with that. Say you Indian. With the dot on the head and all. That's where you come from. But you certainly no, you certainly not Black American. That's for damn sure, man. Neither is Barack Obama. He ain't even Black American. If you know his past, you come on, man. Come on. See how these people like to play us? See how they like to try to play black people and play on black people's emotions? And I'm so glad, man, that my people are waking up and not going alone or falling for the bullshit, you know. And they in panic mode, man. Oh, they are in panic mode, man. They know a large percentage of black people are no longer falling for it. So, who's to know? Who's to say what's gonna happen next? Another assassination attempt because they're just so discredited so bad. And I mean, do I even need to continue, man? Do I even need to?
Right. I had some pretty good properties out in California at one point in time. And I know I had three neighbors who had good properties. It was in a place called Ojai, California. And they got caught up about 15, 16 years ago, like a lot of people did in that mortgage bundling scam stuff that was going on. And there was a bank called One West Bank responsible for it, which was owned by George Soros. The Mnuchin that you have out of the Obama administration was Mnuchin, who was the CEO of One West Bank. Well, there were approximately 1,000.
Like I said, Kamala is doing so bad, man, amongst the public eye, amongst black people, that and I know I'm repeating myself. She's doing so bad that Obama has to step in and help her. That's how bad she's doing. I mean, her presidential run is already taking a nosedive, man. It's already going down in flames. So they got Barack Obama to step in and try to prop her up. Well, you know what? You could put lift a dead horse up on his both legs and say and pretend like it's alive. But guess what? Just because a dead horse is up, that you have it propped up on four legs, doesn't mean that the horse isn't dead. It's still a dead freaking horse. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what they do to try to prop this woman up, nobody's buying it. No, nobody is falling for it. Nobody is buying it. So, and what's Barack Obama gonna do? I mean, come on, man. What has he done for black people besides try to push the LGBTQ over in black countries, black nations, all in the Caribbean, all throughout Africa? This is what Obama and Kamala Harris has done with black people. It's pushed the LGBTQ, and I'm not knocking them, but I'm just saying that's all they done was push the LGBTQ agenda on black countries and black people until one of the Kenyan leaders over there said, you know what, man, you're gonna have to get up out of here with that. We ain't about that over here. Obama got the hell up out of there real quick, man. Yeah, he told him. He said, no, we good with that, man. Tried to do the same thing in Jamaica, man. Jamaicans wasn't having it. So this dude went and tried to put sanctions on Jamaica because Jamaica would not go along with the whole LGBTQ agenda, man. So when you talk about Obama, man, you talking about pure evil. Like all of these people are evil, man. All of these people despise black people, man. The Democrats, and I'm not caping for the Republicans. The Democrats' whole goal is to keep black people down at the bottom. That's their goal. They don't wanna see black people self-sufficient. They don't want to see black people that are into entrepreneurialism. They don't want to see black people that are self-made, millionaires or whatever. They don't want to see black people who are self-employed. They want to see black people on their knees begging them for what? For crumbs. That's what the Democrats want. And if Kamala Harris gets in office, and she's going to make sure that that happens. See, up under Trump, and I'm not riding Trump's nuts. Black people were doing better. They were doing better, business wise, financially. Black home ownership went up. Biden got in office, all of that went down, man. All of that went down. All of that went out the window. You go to California, you look at the homeless rate. Half of the homeless in blue state California are black, when we only make up 8% of the population in California. So this is what the Democrats think about you black people. This is what they think. How in the hell you got 8% black population, but half of the homeless are black? How do you explain that? And they don't want to talk about that. Never want to bring up the homeless situation, the homeless problem that are not just in California, but a lot of blue states. You go to a lot of blue states, man, and black people are just homeless everywhere. Chicago, just homeless, like black people homeless all over the place in a lot of these blue states. So, nah, I would never vote for a Democrat, man. I would never. I don't vote at all, but I'm definitely ain't voting Democrat. And I'm definitely not voting for no liberal. Man, those people are so anti-black. And you say, how do I know that? Well, I live in California. I live in a liberal state. You can't get no more liberal than California. And I see how black people are treated, and the situation that black people are in California. And it's not good. It's not good at all. So again, think about that before you get this wicked lady your vote. Now, we're gonna move on to the next video, man. Judge Joe Brown basically cooked her, man. Helped put some of the nails in her coffin. Big time.
My name is Michaela Montgomery. A lot of you guys know me as the girl from Chick-fil-A, but I am so much more than that. Not only do I serve as the CEO of Conserve the Culture, I am also the state director for Blexit down here in Georgia. I'm a Fulton County coordinator for America First Works, and I'm also launching a podcast on the Patriots Prayer Network, so put some respect on my name. Now, why don't we jump right into it? See, as a young single mother, I can tell y'all that rent.
Okay, she's a CEO. She's independent. Oh, Democrats don't like that. Black, independent? Nah, you're not supposed to be like that. No. Oh, but if you're an immigrant, a legal immigrant, yeah, you can be independent. If you're Asian, oh yeah, you can be independent. Yeah, you can. Armenian, yeah, you can be independent. But no, if you black, you got to be on your knees begging. That's what these Democrats want. You know what I'm saying? Am I saying, again, I got to keep saying this to some people. Am I saying that Republicans are better and are for black people? No, I'm not saying that. I don't care about the Republicans. I'm only talking trash about the Democrats because I live in a Democratic state, in a Democrat state. And I know how they treat my people. They treat black people like trash. They don't have respect for black people. I can't speak on Republicans because I don't live in a Republican state. But I could speak on Democrats because I live in a Democrat state and I see how they treat black people. How black people down at the bottom and they lift everybody else up above black people. And this is why a lot of black people are leaving California, leaving the Democrat Party in general, and just saying, you know what, I'm just going to vote Republican, or I'm just not going to vote anymore at all, which is where I'm at. I don't vote, but I'm just on here giving my opinion basically. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, fam, let's get back into it.
It's too damn high. I can tell you that as a young black voter, groceries are too damn high.
Woo, she right about that. Them grocery bills.
Citizen, period. Seniors like my parents should never have to choose between medicine or food. It should never be the quality of life versus the quantity of life. And I don't want to hear, oh, but we capped the price of insulin and lowered the price of all these medicines. Yeah, but you raised the price of everything else, so it's about time to start telling the truth to Americans and let them know exactly what they're signing up for if they want to vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, she about to start cooking in a minute. Woo, you think Joe Brown went in on her? Yeah, she gonna put the nail in the coffins right here, boy. Anyway.
We need to vote based on facts and not feelings. See, under Harris and Biden, the average Georgia household is losing $1,060 per month, and inflation is at 21.4%. And due to the war on energy, average gas prices have reached record highs for the state. We also did a poll, and 80% of us Black Americans are not happy with the current state of the economy, so I'm going to need 80% of y'all to vote accordingly in November. They love me. They love me. They really love me.
Big facts. You're spitting all facts.
The left wants you to get in your feelings about things that have been said, but I want you guys to pay attention to what has been done. They don't want to talk policy. They just want to use propaganda to steal your vote. The left is trying to tout this woman as a savior for the Black community, but all she's done is hurt the Black community since she came into the game.
Woo! KO, KO, KO. Man. Like I said, man, it wouldn't surprise me if they had these videos removed. I would not be. So they probably trying to do that now, man. Now that as I'm speaking, they probably trying to have these videos banned because Kamala Harris is getting cooked, man. Cooked all over there, and not just this woman, but all kind of people just going in on this lady, man. So if she wins the election, we already know it's fraud. Already know it. And it's not just Black people, man. White people are going in on her too, man. They going in on her real hard. And she's not even Black.
See, the first step in destroying the Black community is to dismantle the Black family. So aside from her record as a prosecutor, why don't we ask Mrs. Willie Brown if Kamala Harris cares about Black families? I wonder if Mrs. Willie Brown, a Black woman, is also with her. A few days ago, President Trump said he didn't know Vice President Harris was a Black woman. I'm trying to figure out what all the outrage is about because she's only Black when it's time to get elected.
Man, that woman ain't no blacker than freaking. Oh man. She is the biggest fraud, homie. I thought Obama was a big fraud. She's probably she's probably more of a fraud than Obama.
Did I lie? The same Black people who are mad at Trump for being confused about her race, ethnicity, nationality, whatever, are seemingly forgetting that while you're touting her as a savior for Black people, she identifies as an Asian woman. She chose her side and it wasn't ours. When asked if she would ever do anything specifically for Black people, she said no. Whereas
And by the way, East Indians don't even claim her. They don't even want to claim her. So that's how terrible this woman is. Even they are not They are not claiming Kamala Harris at all, man. East Indian people, they are not claiming that chick.
Trump gave us the Platinum Plan, which specifically uplifted the black community by increasing capital by almost $500 billion, creating 500,000 new black businesses, and would give black churches the ability to fight for federal resources for their communities. And why are we acting like strong borders aren't a thing literally everywhere else in the world? Since when has being patriotic been a crime? See, a few weeks ago at the debate, Trump mentioned
You don't have borders, you don't have a country. Straight up.
black jobs. And a lot of people got in an uproar as if they didn't know what he meant. Well, we go to the polls and cast our black vote. We go to the stores and spend our black dollar. We live in our black community, but for whatever reason, we draw the line at a black job.
What's your favorite app?
Facebook.
All right, you know the little ass gotta come on.
App for more mature content.
Oh, but wait, because
Yeah, man. What y'all think so far though? Is she cooking or what? Oh, she's cooking, man. Roasting her like a rotisserie chicken on a slow burner. Oh man. Yeah, it's not looking good for old girl. Kamala Harris is not looking good for you. You know, Obama's not gonna save you. Nope, not gonna happen.
if you're wondering what a black job is, please, I encourage you all to drive through Atlanta at all these beautiful black-owned businesses and check and see who works there. Probably a black person working for a black entrepreneur, recycling the black dollar, creating black generational wealth.
Don't see that in California. No. Oh man, they wage war on black businesses in California. Don't see them hardly. Very, very rare. One thing about Atlanta, I lived in Atlanta too, man. That's one thing I did love, man. Is black people. I noticed black people were doing much better in Atlanta than they are in California, man. But then again, you know, like I said, I believe Atlanta's a red state. Like black people, they tend to, you know, statistically, they do worse in blue cities and blue states than they do red states. And that's not me caping for Republicans or conservatives. It's just the facts, man. It's facts. Black people are doing better in red states and are doing terrible in blue states. And I live in a blue state, so like I said, I can speak on it. I see it by experience.
If they come here illegally and they're taking your jobs and your resources, then please believe my cousins in the Appalachians, they coming for you too. And y'all know Kamala Harris has yet to say Laken Riley's name. As borders are, she opened the border to millions of illegal immigrants that have flooded American streets with deadly drugs and gangs that have spiked overdoses by over 124% and brought more crime into minority communities. So how's that for black folks? But let's take race out of it. Just as a woman, period. How can you be a champion for women's rights when you're taking away opportunities from biological women and giving them to transgendered ones?
Woo! All right. Now you just heard that sister just spit major facts on Kamala Harris, and I lived in California when she was locking up black people left and right. Like the woman is beyond evil, man. She's pure evil. You can see the evil in her when she speaks. Does that stupid laugh. Like, you know how you can just look at a person and just hear a person talk and just tell that they're not right? Just tell that they're just wicked? Well, that's Kamala Harris. Same thing with Joe Biden. You don't even have to know him or know him personally. You can just feel it. You can hear him, you can feel it, feel the vibes from them. But anyway, let's look at some of her policies that has absolutely where black people have absolutely no type of benefit off of. None of this benefits black people at all. This is some of her policies. Where are policies? Oh, abortion. Wow. Okay. Well, the black community will really benefit off of that. What the hell is that going to do for us? Where is is there anything specific for black people in her policies? More than likely not. I can tell you that right now, more likely not. Harris has supported abortion rights. Yeah, sure she has, since her time in the Senate. As if that's going to help put food on people's table. She previously voted against a bill that would ban abortion after 20 weeks of pregnancy and criticized Justice Brett, I forgot how you say his name, Kavanaugh, for his position on abortion during his confirmation hearing in 2018. This is stuff that look, man. These people don't want to talk about inflation. They don't want to talk about the border issues. They don't want to talk about how the dollar is crashing. Pretty soon there won't be no dollar. The dollar's losing value. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about anything that matters, man. Anything that's going to build black people up economically. Because that's not what they want. Here's another one, climate. Again, how would that benefit black people collectively? How would that help the black community? Criminal justice. Let's see what she says about criminal justice. We already know she played a role in mass incarceration, so I'd like to know what she has to say about criminal justice. As a district attorney and attorney general, Harris took several controversial actions that progressive criticized, but has shifted her stance over time. She even ran left of Biden on several issues related to climate justice reform in 2020, according to the Marshall Project. Harris co-sponsored the 2018 Marijuana Justice Act, which would no longer classify cannabis as a controlled substance. Oh, really? When you was locking up black men left and right for having weed on them? Man, these people are a joke, man. Black people, if you run out and vote for this woman, you ought to be shamed. Anybody black that vote for this lady should be shamed. Nobody black should be voting for her. Nobody. This woman is clearly not for you. Clearly against you. No. But she a cake for the LGBTQ community, though. Let them run out and vote for her. She previously opposed the legalization of recreational marijuana before changing her stance in 2018. Okay, big deal. So what? During her 2020 campaign, Harris presented a plan to reduce the prison population for women and children and put an end to solitary confinement. Put an end to solitary confinement. Yeah, you mean the women that you locked up you know, really shouldn't even be in jail. Same with the men. The economy. Oh, okay. Let's see what she got to say about the economy. Because, hey, her and Joe Biden, boy, they really, really did a great job on the economy to the fact that people can't even afford groceries. Man, people can't even afford to put gas in their car. People can't even afford to, what, get their medicine or whatever. Wow, that sounds like a great economy. Let's see what Miss Harris, the Hindu lady, has to say about the economy. Harris is expected to taunt some of the headway the Biden administration has made with economic policies, including Biden's infrastructure deal, which they've never done. They've been saying that for a long time, and the roads still look like third world country roads, which included a cap on insulin costs. In April, Harris announced a nationwide economic opportunity tour to promote the administration's progress and investments toward small businesses. Inflation, they are against small businesses. They are for big business. They are not for small businesses. See how they like to play with your emotions and your mind? Everything these people promote, they are 100% against. The administrative progress and investments toward small businesses, inflation, and student loan forgiveness. Yeah, okay. Previously, Harris introduced policies to support the middle class. Once again, they are not for the middle class. They are anti-middle class. The middle class is pretty much damn near, they pretty much, well, you could say that they destroyed the middle class. The middle class is on life support, thanks to them. Like everything that these people say that they're for, it's like they are like totally against. Now she mentions the middle class when her and Biden and Newsom has done major damage to the middle class, especially in California. Come on now. Harris introduced policies to support the middle class, such as a $3,000 fundable tax credit for those making $50,000 or less a year, and a $6,000 credit to couples making $100,000 or less. She also pushed for higher corporate taxes and criticized former President Donald Trump tax cuts. Well, I will say this. Donald Trump's tax cuts helped a lot of people, man. A lot of people. A lot of people had more money in their pockets. A lot of people was doing better, man. The economy was better, whether you like Trump or not. And I'm not pushing for Donald Trump. I'm just, man, I just deal with reality, man. The economy was better under Trump. The economy is trash now that Biden is president. It's garbage. Biden basically took the economy and just took a sledgehammer and just destroyed it and killed it, man. That's basically what he's done. Took a sledge. It's like taking a sledgehammer to a stained glass window, man, and just shattering that shit. That's basically what Donald Trump and Kamala Harris has done. So then she goes into healthcare. We already know they don't give a damn about that. Oh, but they give a damn about the illegals having healthcare. Oh, they get healthcare. They get free healthcare. Why your healthcare is just way, way off the charts. Well, we already know she's for open borders and illegal immigration. Immigration is another area where Harris has shifted her policy stances over time. As San Francisco DA, she supported a city policy that turned over young immigrants to immigration and customs enforcement if they were arrested. Yeah, she basically went after ICE, man. Went after ICE and tied their hands behind their backs to where they're not even allowed to even deport a lot of these people now, man. They don't do it. Thanks to her. She was a huge part of that. At least in California. That turned over young immigrants to immigration and custom enforcement till they were arrested or accused of committing a felony. Later on, Harris' campaign spokesperson told CNN that the policy could have been applied more fairly. Harris said she wanted to potentially overhaul ICE, criticized Trump border wall as a medieval vanity project, and backed the bipartisan border security deal that would have closed the border if a threshold of 50,000 migrants a week were reached. Senate Republicans shot down the legislation in May. These are just some of her. Look, she talks about LGBTQ rights. Again, black people, how is that going to benefit you? I mean, man, just think about this before you run out and vote for this lady. Really do. Really do. Israel, Gaza, again, how is that going to benefit black Americans? How's that going to put food on our table? How's that going to give us economical wealth, growth? Which black people are extremely deprived of, and everybody else is able to contain that. It's a joke. It's a joke, y'all. I'm gonna end it right here. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what you think about the evil, wicked East Indian Kamala Harris. And don't say that lady's black, man. She's not black. She's not one of us. She's not FBA. So I'm out, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace and love. Goodbye.